Gabriel is on fire right now.
Oh! Look at the speed of this. There it is.
The young hotshot, Mr. Gabriel Medina!
Once the Medina machine starts, it's very hard to stop.
Gabriel Medina, professional surfer. I grew up in São Paulo, Brazil. I live on the beach called Maresias. I started surfing with my friend. He introduced me to surf when I was 7, 8. I started liking the sport, and before I used it to play soccer, and then he introduced me to surf, and now I can stop surfing. A minha mãe e meu pai, meu padrasto, se conheceram quando ele tinha uma loja em Maresias. Ele foi o cara que me deu a minha primeira prancha. E ele sempre surfou, sempre viajou o mundo inteiro, já foi para vários picos e eu só jogava bola, então ele me deu a minha primeira prancha. Eles dois começaram a trabalhar na loja, a gente não tinha muito dinheiro, mas também não tinha pouco, tipo, era média, assim. A gente ia para os campeonatos com o dinheiro que fazia na loja. So when I was 13, my dad asked me if I wanted to be a professional surfer. He always believed in me, you know. And I said yes, that's what I wanted, like to be a professional surfer. And then we started working, like I started training like a professional surfer, you know, and started competing. I lost so much when I was young, and I think that made me stronger.
Gabriel Medina right here.
Yep, he's got to go big first turn like he's been doing the whole contest.
I bring my family to all the events because I feel better with them. They let me feel like more comfortable, and I kind of feel like I'm always at home, you know. It's good to eat Brazilian food too. My mom cooks every event. To have my dad too, he's my dad and my coach. So it's good to have him with me. And I bring my little sister and my brother too because they are funny and I can laugh a little bit. And I know it's good to have them supporting me, you know. I try to hang out with them and don't think about the competition and, you know, just surf, go out there and do my job. When I was 9, 10, that I started competing, and I was like going to the beach to watch Adriano, De Souza, Nico competing, and I just watched these guys on internet and magazines, and it's funny now because now I'm with them, you know, like they were my inspiration to get where I am now. Yeah, I like those guys that go big and try to do like crazy things, you know. But I like Mick Fanning because he's a competitive guy and he's really focused on what he's doing. Surf against him in Fiji and Bells twice. He beat me twice, like the first 2 battles, you know. And then I beat him twice in Fiji, so it's two, you know.
Looking at the young phenom from Brazil, ISA World Junior Champion. The list of wins this kid has is a mile long, and she's just getting started.
I getting on the tour last year. Yeah, I couldn't believe, like, I wasn't waiting for that, you know.
And here goes on the backside, Gabriel Medina. Using his priority, nice first snap. He's gonna throw it up over the lip, come around this section. He's got a long section. Nice little error, but catches the nose and goes down.
In the first event, in Trastos, I was kind of nervous because that was my dream to be with them, you know, Kelly, and like all these guys. I had 2 hits there. Josh beat me. I was like so nervous and I was worrying about him, what he was going to do and stuff.
What an exciting heat our top 10 surfer Josh Kerr is going to be moving through. Looks like he just got the score that he needed there.
After the event, I went to France and I had the win, and yeah, I wasn't waiting for that too, you know. I had a heat right after round 3 against Kelly, and yeah, that was my dream, like compete against him and man-on-man, you know. I remember that my dad said, try to beat him in the beginning of the heat and don't give him a chance. You have to go hard and go big. And I tried really to be smarter, and I got the right waves and I got a couple good scores. The waves were good, my board was amazing. And I knew that the final was going to be hard against Julian. He's such a good surfer and it's hard to beat him.
We're all sitting on the edge of our seat with anticipation. What's this little Brazilian gonna do? 17 years of age, telegraphing, here we go. Huge forehand air, grabs that rail, pulls it off and says, Brazil. Wow.
Yeah, that was like the 2 best moments that I had, like beat Kelly and the win, you know. And that was my first win that on the CT. My mom, my father, like my family that always supported me was there. Yeah, we claimed it out a lot, and that was super cool. That was my best moment so far, I think. In the beginning of the year, I was focusing in this world title, but I didn't have like a good start. I don't know, like my boards wasn't feeling good. I was kind of focused, but I was thinking about like girls, you know, parties, and like I wasn't thinking competition. My dad always said, you know, like just train, just try to don't think about girls and stuff. And he always say to me, it's funny, he say, quanto mais campeonato você ganhar, mais bonito você vai ficar. E não pense em mulheres, tenta fazer o seu trabalho primeiro e depois você tem suas férias no final do ano. E é isso que eu tô pensando, tipo, não pensar muito em mulher, competir bem, trazer bons resultados. I had like 3 bad events, and then I started to get focused again and train again.
Brazil with a lot of reasons to celebrate because they got a guy like this feeling like he is on top of the world.
There's the air, look at him, stick it.
Here it is, throws it, spins it.
God.
What is the score of that going to be? This could be a 10-point ride.
That could be a perfect score.
I've been really focused, don't think about like girls, party, everything, you know, like just surfing. And to get good results, to be smart in the heat, and you know, like just studying more like about heats and stuff. And after that 3 events, I started to think different.
Launching that tail up and over. That's just going to make any video part right there.
Here is Medina without priority, mixing things up to the inside.
He doesn't hold back, does he?
Not one bit. He's just going for the jugular.
I think next year will be a better year for me. If I start well, I will fighting for the title in the end of the year. It's really hard to win this title. You have to be like really focused on it, and you really have to want this. To be the first Brazilian world champion, that would be amazing. I would try to do it for Brazil and bring it to Brazil. Nothing is easy. I will try to do my best. I promise one day I will bring it to Brazil, and hopefully it's next year.